Yo, 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 what's the deal? What's happening? Today on my mind, body, and soul. Today I just been trying to stay focused. I waited till the end of the day to do this video on purpose because I wanted to make sure I did what I was supposed to do first. Like, I wanted to make sure I went the whole day without getting on my phone. I wanted to spend some time reading and just thinking about my next move, thinking about the moves that I've already made, just trying to center myself, right? Me and the kids just got back from basketball practice, and so now it's time for me to get to work. Anyway, I've been reading this book, bro. I don't know if I talked to you about this book already, but the book is called The 7 Decisions. Okay. By Andy Andrews. I was just gonna, I don't know. I always wanted to do like book reviews, but I have my own little vision of doing it. Whenever I'm reading a book, I'm always flooded with like ideas and thoughts and emotions that I wish I can capture and share with the next person. So I'm just working on my abilities to capture my thoughts and share how books make me feel. I haven't got that far. I've read this already, but the first time I read it, I didn't take notes. Now I'm taking notes, and I haven't got that far this time reading it, but I would like to share with you what I've written so far. So the first decision that Andy talks about is the responsible decision. The responsible decision. So I'm going to go back to the introduction here, and I'm going to read the explanation that he gave, or the definition of the responsible decision. Okay. The responsible decision. The buck stops here. I accept responsibility for my past. I am responsible for my success. I will not let my history control my destiny. Okay. Then he says, the responsible decision shows us how to stop blaming other people and outside circumstances for where we are in life. Instead, we can chart our life's course, allowing our lives to become testaments to the true power of choice. So boom, so that's the first chapter. It starts off like that, and what I wrote was this, so follow along with me. I'm sorry if this is just like a read along. I was gonna like do a workout and have some B-roll and stuff, but I let the day get away from me. So I only have enough time to talk about this and read what I wrote. So here we go. The responsible decision is complicated and hard for me to accept because my biggest setback in life occurred when I was 12 to 14 years old. As a kid, I took full responsibility of my decisions because I wanted to prove that I was a man. But I wasn't. And as the years went on, the pressure grew unbearable. I didn't have the tools to solve my problems and fix my mistakes as a child. And now as an adult, it's hard to accept that what happened to me was my fault. If I have to mentally accept that what happened to me was my fault, then I believe I should mentally accept that I was a man at 12 years old, if not younger. From the moment I made the first decision in my life, I was a man. It's a tough concept, and it hurts, but according to this book, according to Andy Andrews, this is a successful way of thinking. I wonder if there is a difference between responsibility and fault. I feel like it's my fault, but I'm not sure if Andy meant it in this way. And then this is a quote. This is a quote from the book, right? So it says, I understand that the beginning of wisdom is to accept responsibility for my own problems, and that by accepting responsibility for my past, I free myself to move into a bigger, brighter future of my own choosing. And that last segment is what got me in this quote, because I go on to say, a future of my own choosing. I have no idea what I want my future to be. Once I let go of my past, it's hard to see my future. I used to know exactly what I wanted my future to be, but after failing so many times, I've kind of lost my way. I wanted to find a way to love everybody, but now I realize my understanding of love has been wrong the whole time. I invested so much into the future of my past that I don't want a new future. I'm angry that I can't or may not be able to get what I worked so hard for. If I admit and accept that my past understanding of love was wrong, then I have to acknowledge that maybe what I've been given all these years was actually love, even though it felt like I was sacrificing myself with no reward. Yes, it was my decision to misunderstand my mother when she told me to love all people. At the time, I thought love meant to do your best to give people what they want and need. I take responsibility for having a self-harming understanding of love. I take responsibility for loving a grown woman when I was only a child. I take responsibility for not knowing the true meaning of love. I accept my mistakes of the past. I take responsibility of the decisions I made in the past. I decided to love her and get her pregnant. I decided to believe that was the right thing to do. I decided to hit my mother. I decided to make adult decisions as a child. I decided to hold on to the guilt of those decisions. I decided to live in misery. I decided to do drugs. I decided to be a homeless kid and a homeless man. I decided to be black and hang with the niggas. I decided to choose shitty ass friends. I decided to give up on my life. I decided to commit my life to someone that doesn't make me happy. These were my decisions, and I take responsibility for them. It's nobody else's fault but mine. I know that what Andy is writing is correct. I've always tried to live that way. I've always tried to take responsibility for my actions because I always thought that was a manly thing to do. Things got really complicated a couple of years ago when I was put on child support, because when I had to go through the process of child support, I actually had to talk to a family psychiatrist in regards to my children, in regards to the history of our family. And when I was talking to the psychiatrist and I was talking to the people involved in the case, people were telling me that it wasn't my fault. You know, they were telling me that I was a child when this happened, so there's really nothing that I could have done about it. I wanted to believe them because I wanted them to help me. You know, I wanted my kids. I didn't think it was fair that the situation could happen the way that it happened. I didn't think it was fair that people could see wrong I didn't think it was fair that people could see my situation and understand that I was a victim, but yet I still wasn't able to get justice in the court of law. It's hard to accept that idea that I'm responsible for everything that happened to me. It really is. Because I would never do that to my children. You know what I mean? If something happened to my children and they were underage and they were still living in my household, under my roof, under my rules, then I feel like it's my responsibility. You know, I'm responsible for them. They're my children. But I guess that's not the case with me, you know? And it hurts. It hurts to realize that. It hurts to accept that. It makes me bitter. It makes me hate the world. Like, I don't want any parts of this world if that's the case. I think that's fucked up. But like the book says, you know, you gotta, if you keep holding on to that, you're never gonna be able to grow and move forward. The problem is, I don't know if I want to move forward. I don't know what forward looks like. I don't know what my future looks like anymore. Like, I don't know where I want to go from here. You know, it seems like every time I try to get up and walk forward, I just get pushed back. And so I'm kind of at the point where it's like, why even try, you know? I don't know. I'm going to read the rest of my notes, and then let's see what happens. I'm happy I was put on child support. By her doing that, it confirmed in my mind that she was grooming and manipulating me. And the moment I stopped allowing that to happen, all her promises were thrown out the window. It makes it easier to take responsibility knowing the truth. I hate hearing or being told to take responsibility for my past. It's not fair, and it's not right. I would never do that to my children. I will always help my children bear their burdens, even if it kills me. How can I be a parent if I don't? The future that I want is free. I want freedom. I would like to go live in a village somewhere. I want to die. I want to kill the person that I am today and become a new person. And then there's another quote from the book. It says, I will seek the association of those who are working and striving to bring about positive changes in the world. And then I wrote, no, I don't want this. I don't want to associate myself with anyone, good or bad, positive or negative. I want to be alone for the rest of my life. I want to die alone. That pretty much sums up my whole mentality right now. It's like, that's why it's so hard for me to give effort and to try, because I don't even want this anymore. Like, I don't want to be here anymore. And I'm trying my hardest to hold on, but I don't even have anything to hold on to. I don't know. I want to be strong. Like, I don't want to feel this way. But I'm scared if I go out and try to change the way that I feel, that the next time I get let down will be the last time. If that makes any sense. Like, I'm afraid to get up and try again because I don't know if I can take any more failure. I don't know if I can handle that. I don't know what I would do if that happened again. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being slapped in the face. I try to convince myself that my children need me, that it'll be better for me to be alive and be in their life regardless of how I feel. But it's like, I don't even feel respected by my children. I don't even feel like my children appreciate me, you know? Like, my children are too busy worried about their mother. You know? Like, I go hug my children, I kiss my children, and I tell them I love them. And they don't even say they love me back. You know what my kids tell me? They say, well, do you love mama? What about mama? Do you love mama? And it's like, what the fuck, dude? What about me? Like, do you love me? Does mama love me? You know? Like, everybody wants to make sure mama's okay and mama's happy. But I'm not okay. I'm not happy. Like, I'm dying on the inside, bro. Like, I've given you guys so much, and I don't have anything to show for it. I don't know. But at the same time, I do believe that me crying about it ain't gonna make it better. I do believe that. I do believe that what Andy is writing is correct. I look forward to continue reading the book and going through the process of, you know, writing it out and getting my feelings out there. It's gonna get dark before the light comes on, you know. So it is what it is. Yeah, man. That first step is hard. Taking responsibility is really, really hard because it doesn't feel fair. It doesn't feel right. Because I didn't cause these problems by myself. But yet I have to solve them by myself, which is fucking bizarre. And I'm not solving them for me. Like I didn't cause the problem, and solving the problem really wouldn't help me. Because I don't care either way. I just do it. I just do it for other people. You know, I just do it because I know it'll make the world better. I know it'll make my family better. And so I'll do it. If I'm gonna be here, if I'm gonna be alive, you know, I might as well make it worth something, I guess. You know what I mean? Like I might as well help somebody out while I'm here. Use the little energy and the intelligence that I have to prevent somebody from feeling the way that I feel. I mean, that's all I got to look forward to. You know what I mean? So